Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. The severe weather threat that we have talked about here on the Arkansas Weather Blog for at least the last couple of weeks, because the first week in April, climatology says we usually get severe weather, and it's been on the models, a system coming through at this time period, and lo and behold, it's here. Slight risk for severe weather later today, Wednesday, and into tonight. But the highest threat for severe weather will occur Thursday, especially afternoon and evening up until around midnight. And then it will start to decrease probably a little bit before then. And that's where we could see, and I think that you could actually use an outbreak of severe weather. Now, will it be an outbreak of tornadoes? I don't know if you can call it. That's just the threat's there for tornadoes. But I think definitely large hail, damaging winds, and there is that threat for tornadoes with this, and that's why we want everybody to stay up to date with this. And I hope that you read my blog post that I posted last night about social media, how wonderful it is on social media to get I think it's supplemental information. Do not rely on social media for warnings completely, I should say. It's for supplemental information. Make sure you have a NOAA Weather Radio or Weather Call 7, something like that. If I'm on the air, I can't give you warnings. I've got to be on the air tracking radar, so I'm not on Facebook and Twitter necessarily. I mean, I'm still on it, but not like I am if I'm off the air. So I just want to make sure everybody gets their warnings. But there's a lot of fake pictures. Back to what I was saying. There's a lot of fake pictures. There are some. I mean, should I just call them idiots? Because they really are. When they go, there's people out there who will take a picture of a tornado and say that this is happening right now in Heber Springs or wherever. And they'll take it off the web and cause panic. And it's unbelievable. It's the equivalent to going into a crowded theater and yelling fire when there's no fire. It causes panic. So we have to weed that out. And it's a really unfortunate thing that has happened over the past couple of years. And then people like you unknowingly, and you think that you're doing something good by letting people know. You start retweeting it and sharing it on Facebook like, oh my gosh, I need to let these people know who live in this area, and you have nothing but good intentions to help people, and some kid somewhere is probably just laughing, and maybe it's not a kid, I don't know, but it's not funny. So just please be aware of that. I do everything I can because there's so much happening during a severe weather outbreak. I look at a picture and I think, sometimes they leave the timestamp on it. I've seen that. The timestamp is on the picture and it's from like 3 years ago. That's a dead giveaway. The foliage on the trees. Is there a lot of foliage on the trees? Well, there's not right now. So if there's a lot of foliage in the trees, I know it's fake. So there's a lot of things I look at and then I compare it to radar. And then if we start getting a lot of pictures of the same thing, then I know it's real. So there's a lot of things I can do to weed out the bad ones, and I hope that I can. That's just hope. And the whole point is to give you a heads up, because if there's hail in some town in Arkansas, and I say large hail, here it is, and this is heading towards this town, it gives you warning. It lets you know what's happening, and so we don't want you to put yourself in any danger. Now, with all that said, a slight risk for severe weather later on today and tonight. God, I'm talking way too long again. It's like my wife tells me. She's tired. She goes, you like to hear yourself talk. I really don't. I don't even like to watch myself on TV. That's a whole nother issue. I hope you do. Anyway, the higher risk comes in on Thursday, and it's categorized right now by the Storm Prediction Center as a moderate risk. So there's 3 levels: slight, moderate, and high. There is a chance that this could go to a high risk, but I think it's probably going to stay at moderate. And the time period is, we're talking about probably mid to late afternoon and into the evening hours. Have you seen enough of me? CAPE, convective available potential energy instability. This is this afternoon at 7, or should I say this evening? Anyway, the higher the number, the legend is off the screen. These reds, you're talking about in the 3,000 range. These yellows and oranges in the 2 to lower 3,000 range. And then these blues and greens are from 0 up, up to about 2,000. So anyway, there's the surface low pressure in eastern Colorado. There's your warm front and your dry line right in there. And again, the threat for severe weather is mainly north and west. There could be 1 or 2 out here in East Arkansas, but mainly out here for this afternoon and into the evening hours. So let's just jump ahead. Notice how you have these high instability values at 7 o'clock. Watch how they decrease tonight. That's very typical. You lose the solar heating. There's still some instability out there. 999 millibar low in southern Kansas. That's the low. That's the dry line. Warm front, cold front right in here. And watch how you get into day. Oh, I went too fast. Then the instability levels start to ramp up again. The cold front dry line's on the move. You get some upper level support. This is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The Cape, the instability is increasing once again. So I think we're going to start to see by mid to late afternoon showers and thunderstorms beginning to develop. And I'll show you that in just a second. But watch how the Cape, the instability levels, I'm sorry, I keep jumping around. That's at 0Z, which is 7 o'clock on Thursday. And then notice how it decreases again by midnight. And the front has caught up with the dry line, and it's starting to come into central Arkansas by midnight. Actually, this is at about, midnight. Or is it 11 a.m.? No, it's 1 o'clock. Sorry, 1 o'clock in the morning. Forget because of the time change. Anyway, so there's the front, and the instability levels are decreasing. So there could still be some severe weather, but it should be decreasing at this time. But there will still be some severe weather going on this time. Now let's take a look at the precipitation fields. This is in the morning hours, and I'm hoping for cloud cover because cloud cover would help to keep the atmosphere stabilized, but I think we're going to I think we are going to see some breaks. This is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, not much going on, and this is precipitation of the previous 6 hours. And then watch what happens here. So between 1 and 7, do you see this area of precipitation developing? Well, this is picking up more than likely on showers and thunderstorms. And some of these here from southwest up into northern Arkansas, some of these could be supercellular. We're talking about supercells. And those are severe, and they can produce high winds, they can produce hail, and they can, again, produce tornadoes. And then we'll have to watch out here towards the west as the cold front and the dry line come together here for an additional round. As this moves towards the east, another round comes in. But the thing is, here's the important thing. Let's go out just a little bit further. This is at 1 a.m. So you have that main area that I showed you developing, pushing away, and then you have the front coming in. Now, will there be severe weather with the front? Well, I expect a line of showers and thunderstorms, but there's a chance at least that with the actual front, that the thunderstorms from earlier in the evening may help to stabilize the atmosphere a little bit. So they might not be quite as intense as that round. So that's something to watch too, but we'll have to keep an eye on that for severity. And then it's out of here Friday morning. So the time period that we're really watching right now is going to be tomorrow afternoon and into the evening hours. And I think I've got, there it is. Moderate risk for severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center. And it's the entire area, entire state. 45% chance of seeing severe thunderstorms, severe weather. We're talking about a combination of wind, hail, and tornadoes. 45% chance within 25 miles of a point within that area. So there's that. Let me go. This is tonight, by the way. This tonight and tomorrow morning. Slight risk for the entire state. You see a much lower risk for tornadoes, a little bit higher area, 5% in eastern Arkansas, 5% Oklahoma, Kansas, 2%, and then the wind and hail threat should be a little bit higher, especially out there. So like I said, the biggest threat comes in tomorrow, and the Storm Prediction Center will put areas where they think that the greatest chance for tornadoes, hail, and wind will be probably early on Thursday morning. I'll show that to you. So again, a lot to go over. I'm sorry. So what's wrong there? Did I talk way too long? It's been 9 minutes. Like I said, it's something my wife accuses me of doing. But I just want to let you know that I'm going to be on top of the situation here, social media as much as I can, but I'm going to also be on the air. So make sure that you have a way of getting warnings. NOAA Weather Radio, Weather Call 7, Channel 7, watch us, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We'll keep you updated as best we can. Thank you so much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Stay safe.